Well, I will do our lovely recap, and then we will get this show on the road. Let's see if I can not cough. We started off with our party traveling north towards the Carith Dul Mountains. You were heading towards the first location that the Drow built 3,000 plus years ago, and we're told that an escort will meet you soon. Your escort found your campsite around midnight, and it was Biggs and Wedge, the first two Durgar that you met a few weeks ago. They took the night watch from there, mainly due to the fact that this was their first time outdoors on the surface, and the night sky filled them both with wonder. So Talos took the time to build them a watchtower, and told them all about what he knows about the sky above. Come morning, it was off to the hidden city of Nathrandal. Along the way, our party was told everything about this city and how it was destroyed by a massive earthquake some 2,000-ish years ago. During times like these, it will once again be their haven, at least once it's habitable again. It took you guys quite a few hours before you passed an illusion that was the back entrance to Nathrandal and started a 3-hour journey up. At the top of the inner city, you found 3 matron mothers sitting on a couch with baby Janet in their arms and Annabelle waving at Francisco. They also had about 30 elite Drow guards around them. After the pleasantries were done, they were taken to Annabelle's room with the matron mother Yonel Bainray, Francisco's eternal grandmother, and learned a few things. First was that Annabelle is using her contacts within her organization to work alongside the Drow spy network so that they can better deal with the Fae if needed. Also, since the Drow will be quite busy for the next year building a new home, a deal had to be made. Second was that the elite guards are for Janet. Even though she's only really a quarter Drow and a few weeks old, she still is the matron mother's granddaughter, and as such is now part of the Drow's legacy, and an honor guard is the least she could give her. Third was that Yonel had to deliver some punishment to a few of her soldiers that failed to kill Francisco's father. After the chat, our party was finally led to a small room where you could meet one Vologamp Gedarm the 35th, Dean of the Drow Academy, and on your list of people to recruit for Valen's Arcane Brotherhood. He was old, eccentric, and writing in a very, very large tome. The tome was the entire blood lineage of the Drow here on Lunara, and Talos could tell that it was written in Volo's own blood. Somehow, Volo tied himself to the Drow and is now the keeper of the sacred bloodlines. He was just putting the final touches on a new tree branch of House Bainray, Janet. With a smile, he told them to have a seat and tossed them a copy of the Daily Planet at them with their pictures on the cover. Once some more pleasantries were done, our party got right down to business and showed him their contract for Velen. He did what most people did when he was handed it, sighed and said of course she wants to get the band back together, after she was the cause of breaking it up. It was here that he said something no one else did, and Ben was given a major memory back. Ben finally remembered what happened to cause the breakup, because Freya was there. Ben saw the city of Drist get particularly destroyed due to a massive magical battle that took place there. The Arcane Brotherhood was fighting Valens for some reason, and they lost. The only other thing Ben remembered after the memory was over was the word Archlich. Volo then told them a few things about his past, being a famous writer of books and stories before he came here, to which our party contacted Morgan and Yarn Spinner to fact-check. Both agreed that Volo is who he says he is, but that sometimes he embellishes some of his stories. Volo, it seems, is also the owner of the Daily Planet newspaper, and it's his way of keeping tabs on everything going around on the world. He agreed to sign your contract, but needed something else in return. Rights to be able to travel inside the dome, map it, and write about what he sees and finds. Also to be introduced to the Queens for an article about them. He would also teach Talos one spell to help them on their journey, just in case they run into trouble. Talos is going to learn how to cast Slow. Volo, it seems, is a master transmutation magic wizard. You then said you'd do your best, but you still had 2 people on your list to find first. Kaga's husband, Archdruid Alias, and one Dr. Fate who has been missing for some quite time. Volo then told you that he lost track of Dr. Fate some years ago and assumed he found a place somewhere to watch from a distance. Talos then decided to see if a sending would work now they had an image of him after Volo conjured one. Luck had it that the sending did indeed find Dr. Fate, but Talos will wish he had not. Talos's minds were hit with an extremely angry person and one that was in tremendous pain. Talos was then feeble-minded, which is where we ended and are picking back up. So you guys just randomly seen Talos slump and stop moving and stop talking.
Talos, I don't think this is the best place to take a nap. I mean, we could go somewhere. We can get a room or something. Are you okay?
01101110011.
Did we turn him off and back on?
I think that means no.
010001100101001.
Talos.
Okay.
You okay?
I just said I think that means no.
Interesting. I think
I'm keep droning behind me, but slowly getting quieter and quieter.
He's never done that.
Why can't he go past 2? Or 1? You can't even go past 1. Talos.
I think he came across something that his mind just wasn't prepared for. I think I've seen this before, but never in a construct. Interesting.
Okay, less interesting. How do we fix it?
I don't think it's something I can... No. No. There are... At least you're in a good location. I'm pretty sure Lilith can fix you.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure he had a... Well, it's a very powerful spell that pretty much makes you not smart. Unable to speak, unable to cast magic, unable to really do anything. It's one I can do, but I don't really like to, but to be able to do it via ascending as a reaction to being talked to, that is quite powerful.
Some
On
fate level
note,
shit, maybe?
Absolutely. So,
Okay.
on a good note, he must be alive. On a bad note, something must be happening if he's done that.
I guess he didn't want visitors.
Well, at least we're in a good spot to wake him back up.
Okay.
Wonder
So
if he's able to walk.
Lilith.
Yes.
Okay.
Good note, she's close.
She's
half Cuthric, half Drow. Instead of an Arachnomancer, she's a Cuthric-mancer. Yeah.
Yeah. I remember Lilith.
I'm just gonna yell out the door. Lilith!
She won't be able to hear you from here.
Oh, you said close. Okay, fine.
She is close. If you guys remember last session, the Matron Mother brought you guys to like a massive wall with doors that you couldn't see. You're like on the very top of the map that we're at, and she showed you where 2 hidden doors were. She told you she was going through one and Volo was through another.
All right. Well, how about you call my grandma?
Francis, that is the Matron Mother. Please remember that.
Just call her.
Let's just go over there. I know she's in the middle of dishing out some punishment, but she would like to see you guys, I think, before you are done. I think we are done. He's gonna like hand one of you guys, here's a scroll for Talos once we have him fixed.
Yeah.
Well. You guys haven't been here before. Anyway, the room next door is quite interesting. I will give you a few words of advice. The room that we're going into is old and ancient. It was originally the first temple to Axiom when they first built this place. Has since changed to Well, it's now called the Umbral Sanctum. It is where the Velethar Covenant sits. Basically, the ruling council of Nathrandil and, well, the Drow. They have taken residence up in their old area.
Wait,
It's an interesting place.
I thought the matron mother was in charge.
Yes.
How can they have a ruling council if they have someone in charge?
Well, how this works is the Velethar Covenant takes care of the day-to-day. The matron mother, Yanel, is in charge of the Drow. She doesn't have time to do all the simple, easy day-to-day paperwork.
Is she in charge of them still, though? They're still Drow, I assume?
Yes.
okay,
It's
just
more
curious.
something you will have to see.
Okay.
Yes. Let's walk and talk. I'll tell you a little bit about what you're going to notice. Just try to have an open mind in there and, well, don't speak unless you're spoken to.
Brandon, what was the name of the temple again?
The Velethar Covenant.
Umbral.
Oh, sorry,
Umbral
the
something?
Umbral Sanctum. Yes.
Umbral Sanctum, thanks.
No.
But do write the other there.
Yeah. I will copy this and paste it here.
Yeah.
So, you guys are going to be led outside of where you currently are and taken just around the corner. Up top, you will remember you do have a couple guards up there still, plus your Vardo and your Deep Brothy. He takes you over to the other door and the other entrance. And he's going to give you, like, pretty much what you see here, just pretty much what I have typed up. So, as you open the door, you are going to come face to face with a massive chamber, and in the center of it are these two things. So, the Umbral Sanctum lays at the heart of the Velethar Covenant's domain. It's a sanctum carved into the cavernous depths of Nathrandil. The room is vast yet oppressive. Its walls lined with intricate carvings of intertwining spiders, shadowy figures, and swirling arcane runes that seem to shift under the dim glow of bioluminescent fungi. Massive pillars of black stone rise like fangs from the floor to the vaulted ceiling, encrusted with glowing crystalline veins that pulse faintly as though alive. At the far end of the chamber, flanking a raised dais, stand the twin mirrors of Nathrandil's, two towering, oval-shaped obsidian mirrors framed in twisted obsidian, their surfaces rippling with unnatural light. One shimmers with a deep, endless darkness, reflecting nothing, yet drawing the gaze like a bottomless abyss. He's just going to say, these are the twin mirrors of Nathrandil. The mirror of unforgiving shadows, and the mirror of forgotten truths.
Unforgotten truths?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Sorry, the mirror of unforgiven shadows.
Mhm.
Yeah, and the mirror of forgotten truths.
Forgotten truths. Okay, so.
Yeah. So one shimmers with a deep, endless darkness. The other glows faintly with ghostly silver. Encircling the mirrors is the Velethar Covenant, the ruling council of the Drow. Their thrones, 12 in total, are carved from petrified remains of long-dead creatures of Lunar's Underdark, each unique and terrifying in its own right. At the center of the dais, a larger, more imposing throne stands reserved for the Covenant's leader, its high back adorned with interwoven chains of mithril and darksteel, representing the web of power the Drow weave over their domain. A deep circular pit lies before the dais, ringed with glowing sigils that twist and writhe when magic is cast. It is here that oaths are sworn, betrayals are revealed, and fates are sealed. The air hums with power, heavy with the weight of centuries of scheming and silent wars fought within these walls. To stand in this chamber is to feel the ever-watchful presence of the mirrors, the covenant, and the unforeseen forces that shape the destiny of the Drow. As you guys go in, can I have perception rolls, please?
Before we go in, can I
Yep.
do something?
Sure.
Nat 20.
Ooh.
I feel like Sabryn is concerned that this is all going to be like extremely confusing and possibly overwhelming for Talos, and we were warned like not to interrupt or really like say anything out of turn, and even though he won't be understood, at least for the first 10 minutes, can I silence Talos?
Yeah, he can't do anything about it.
Yeah. I'm just gonna kind of like keep a hand like around his bicep and just kind of keep it on there. Just until at least they can explain his situation, so it's not it doesn't seem like an interruption.
Yeah, like Talos still has everything, just his intelligence gone. So he still has the ability to recognize people, but he can't tell them what he feels. So he knows he's around friends.
Charisma go as well?
No, it's just your intelligence. For Feeble Mind, I'm pretty sure.
I'm pretty sure it's your charisma too.
I'm pretty sure it's charisma too.
I thought it was just... I don't use that
Your
often.
intelligence and charisma become one, right?
Ooh, I thought it was just intelligence.
You can take my charisma, it's already low.
That's true too. Okay, intelligence and charisma. Okay.
Yeah.
But at least his wisdom is high enough that he understands... Like, you can identify friends, follow them, and protect them. It's just there's not a lot else. There's nothing going on up there.
Yeah, I just want to make sure that he doesn't get in any trouble before the Volo can explain what's wrong with him.
Yeah.
Or try to, at least. So I'm just going to do that. I'm going to keep that up for the 10 minutes.
Right back. So, we got a couple nat 20s for your perception rolls.
Oh, I forgot.
That's
nice.
That's pretty good.
Didn't roll a nat 20, but it's really good. 22 as well.
Okay. Wow. Okay. You all rolled high enough to be able to see and hear everything that's going on. Nice. As you guys come through the chamber, you'll see about 20 Drow warriors all around one mirror, and one of them is bound on his knees, bound and gagged. The matron mother, Yonel, is standing over him, and you're getting close enough to be able to tell that she might be near the end of whatever she's doing and seeing. You all hear her as you come through. I've seen enough. For your actions in letting not only letting down your house, but me. You are hereby sentenced to death. Since you are not married and have no children, all your belongings will be distributed to your house. Thankfully, your soldiers will not be broken up and sent elsewhere, since they were only following your orders. But let us hope this will teach them all a lesson in not obeying me. You then see her nod her head, and you see an axe take his head. You are all dismissed, but be ready to be given orders, and do not fail me again. You all see the other 20 Drow soldiers salute her and leave through the door you guys just came through. They don't even look at you. They don't even tell that you're there. Volo just nods his head as they all leave, and you see your grandmother wave you guys all in. Around you, you also, with your perceptions, do see that all the other chairs are full. You're going to be seeing 4, other than the other 3 matron mothers, you're going to see 4 other female Drow, 2 male Drow, 1... Do I have a male or a female? 1 male Durgar and 1 female Deep Gnome sitting in the chair. And Lilith, of course, is there. Yeah. Well, it seems you all came at a perfect time. Anyway, welcome to the Sanctum. I would assume Volo's filled you in a little bit. She's just going to, like, stare at the mirrors and go, I have a mind to see what you guys would see through these, but I don't think I need to. Unless you want to.
Yeah, well, what do you usually see?
Do we control it, or does it tell us what it sees?
Well, these lovely mirrors they were a gift from Axiom when he first took us in. They help us learn certain truths about people, whether or not we can trust them or not, and whether or not we should deal with them. Or get rid of them, let's say. This one, she's going to point to the Mirror of Forgotten Shadows. So it's standing 20 feet tall, forged from a single seamless slab of pure obsidian. It is a relic of judgment used by the Drow to unearth the sins of those who dare stand before it. Its surface is impossibly dark, yet when gazed upon, it shimmers with a twisted reflection of the viewer's past, only their worst deeds cast in haunting clarity. So it basically, if you are willing to look at it, or unwilling to look at it, you will get glimpses of your past mistakes in detail for everybody to see. The other mirror, the Mirror of Forgotten Truths, looks kind of like a complete opposite of that one. This one does not expose one's sins. It reveals what has been lost. Memories long buried, truths obscured, or moments stolen by time could be comforting or quite dangerous. So it's basically anytime they need to give out punishment or anything like that, they stick people in front of the mirror and see their deepest, darkest secrets. Or show them something they've forgotten as a reward.
Well, I'm certainly not opposed to trying it, but we do actually need help first, if that's okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to.
Yeah, it's not necessary, but
Sounds fun.
the
Sounds
Covenant here asked if you guys would like to, mainly because they don't trust people they don't know.
That's fine. I don't trust them either.
Yes, well, I will introduce you to everybody else. Seeing as you're going to be ambassadors back and forth, it'd be nice to know who's in charge of us, other than me. Now, what's wrong with him?
Oh, yeah. He tried to contact someone and got like a reverb or something, and according to the professor, he's been feeble-minded, and
Yes.
he said maybe Lilith could fix him.
Oh, interesting. Volo, I guess you didn't notice that happening. Interesting. Well, you can see as soon as she says that, Volo just kind of Yep. Right.
Yeah.
Shut my mouth on that one.
Yeah.
Yes, unfortunately, he tried to contact someone who, well, anyway, doesn't matter how or why. I'm pretty sure Lilith can fix him.
Sorry. I'll reabsorb the silence from
Okay.
Talos, now that it's been explained.
Yeah, at this point, she just snaps her fingers and goes, Lilith, you have a patient.
I'm tired of saying goodbye to me, so I'm going to stop pacing it in chat.
You guys see the massive hulking form of Lilith kind of click over. Her footsteps definitely echo in this massive chamber. And she just looks at puts one little claw to Talos's chin and goes, "Oh, interesting. I've never played with one of your kind before. This will be fun. Come over here, Talos. Come. I need to get something to help fix that."
Hey, Tooth, are you interested in the mirrors at all?
Well, if they need us to look at him, like I said, I've got nothing to hide. But no, I don't have any interest in him.
Okay, could you do me a favor and maybe just go over there with Talos because she's really creepy?
Yeah.
Okay,
you
thank
read
you.
Yeah. Just kind of keeping an eye on what playing with Talos means in this context. If she's going to be
100%.
taking out screwdrivers and what's going on.
If you're gonna follow Lilith and Talos, she's basically taking him over to like what would account for a Cuthric Mancer's workshop up here.
Did you
It's
just
pretty much
binary the word bitch? Amazing.
I love it. That's beautiful. You can take inspiration for that one.
Oh boy.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
Thanks, Google. Love it.
Yeah.
I also have a small list of here for any of you interacted.
Oh.
I love it. Yeah, she's got like an eclectic workbench. There's a whole bunch of vials, a whole bunch of crystals. There's just a whole bunch of stuff that she might be needed to use for whatever the matron mother asks her to do in this lovely chamber. This is definitely like the ruling seat. Like this is the power area where you guys currently are. This is where they would have had something similar to this in Axiom Zobaran, but you guys never really wanted to explore too much or go or talk to anybody. So
Maybe it is everything trying to kill us.
and there, yeah, then. The mirrors you'd be able to tell are part of here. This is the first use in a long time since they came back. They're not transportable. So either they had another set there or they just had something different, but you never explored that. So, she pretty much just grabs like I think Greater Restoration you need a diamond for. Because that's the only thing she's going to be able to do on Talos. You'd be able to see that she starts trying a few different things on Talos and just sighs and goes, well, we may as well do all in one. Talos, you eventually find yourself standing beside Tooth and Lilith at a workbench. With your memory finally restored, intelligence back to what it was. The Greater Restoration is also going to pretty much fix anything that was wrong on you. And your blinking light now is not just a blinking light. It also has coordinates and pretty much like a detailed, this is definitely a distress call. And it is in a language that I've sent you before. Mm-hmm.
Talos, buddy, you back?
I am back. I am very much back.
It worked. Good.
Thank you,
good.
man.
Ma'am. Oh, I've never heard that one. That's...
Sorry,
oh, no, I like
matronly. Okay,
Lilith. Talos. Try to do a little bit of magic for me, please. Just to see if it'll still work.
What's a fun spell to cast? Yeah. I'll burn a slot and do Bigsby's hand.
Nice. What do you want to do? What do you want it to do?
Thumbs up.
Love it. She just goes, oh, you are interesting. I can see why Baz gave you a present. Neat. Well. you can go back to your friends. Thank you for that. I don't get to fix people that often. Dwarfomancer. I love it. Well, there. Talos seems all fixed, and I didn't even ask for a favor for doing that. Well,
Thank you.
Volo's just going to nod and go, they've given me a few interesting things to think over. I assume you know about their contract. She's just going to go, vaguely. I never did have to... I heard about it from them, but thankfully I never had to sign it. But if it's important and it doesn't interfere with your other work, that's fine. Volo's just going to nod and go, yeah, this will be interesting. Anything with Velen is interesting. And Major Mother's just going to nod and smile and go, yes, this is true. Well, thank you, Volo. You can go back to work. Well, you 6. Should say 5. I'm looking at 6 pictures here. Come, I'll introduce you.
Well, I guess. Did we take?
Oh, sorry,
Did
Helga,
she
6.
go camping?
Pardon?
Did she go fishing?
I thought she
Boys?
stayed with. Yeah, she went fishing with the boys.
Yeah,
I thought she was waiting for Tooth to decide to go.
maybe. I don't remember for
No,
sure.
she
but-
didn't
I
want
I know
to
it was
go.
I thought it was
About,
an
yeah.
invitation.
Yeah, it was an
It
invitation,
was an
for
invitation.
Tooth to go at some point, whether he wanted to or not. He just gave Tooth a map of where they're fishing, basically,
Yeah. So I guess
because they're finally given some time off.
I'm here to dangle the worm.
So yes, the Major Mother is going to pretty much take you guys over and introduce you to the Velethar Covenant. The first person you're going to see, she's going to introduce you to Zelna Velethar, the matron of the Covenant. She's tall, deep violet skin, silver white hair, in like double braided in the back. She's got a black and purple robe embroidered with some sort of symbols, high collar that frames her very stern and noble face. She has a long obsidian staff that has a amethyst crystal on top, and you'd be able to tell that she's not one that people say no to. Next to her, you see someone who... I'll take a quick perception roll. 30. You got your memory back.
7.
21.
Oh, no, Francisco doesn't see anything.
Correct.
Yeah, but
Is she hot?
Whoa.
Yes. You're introduced to Valeth Barrison Del Armgo. She is she's being... Your perception rolls, you need at least over a 20. One minute she's there, the next minute she's not. 1 minute she's there, the next minute she's not. It's like you blink, is she there? She's not there. She's like phasing in and out all the time, almost as if she's like got a glamour or something on her. Sleek and deadly. She wears form-fitting leather armor with silver filigree. Also in a very, very high ponytail for her face, for her hair. Her face is partially obscured by a half mask. She has twin daggers, like sheaths up here, sheaths on here. She is head to toe in weapons. You're being told that she is the head assassin and enforcer for the Covenant.
that makes sense.
Next to her is Shinra Tesarin. First time you've heard another last name other than the 4 main houses. Also, she'd tell you that Zelna Velethir is the matron of the Covenant, and Velethir is the actual Covenant. And when the Covenant was formed, anyone who is the matron of the Covenant has their own house, and Velethir is pretty much the house name. So it is definitely only people in that family become head of the house. So it is basically a bloodline of people who are dedicated to being the head of the Covenant. Next is Shinra Tsarin, High Priestess of Seti. Sorry, Axiom. I wrote Seti, but it's Axiom. Tick thick. Okay. Ethereal and imposing, Shinra is a serene beauty that belies her deadly nature. She's got a silver headdress, shaped like a spider's web, and a dark ceremonial gown with enchanted runes. She has pale lavender skin more than the Drow regular gray-blue color, and she is marked with glowing tattoos all over her. She has a dagger on the table in front of her, and it's kind of it looks obsidian, but I'll take Arcana rolls from everyone except for Tooth.
Oh.
You won't have a clue.
That one.
Well, you're going one extreme to the next.
Yeah.
28.
Okay. Anyone 20 and over would be able to tell that it is a necrotic ritual dagger. And she is silently, whispering and almost like she's constantly praying. Very soft-spoken. But she is head to tail in the robes and everything of Axiom. Next to her is Ilvray Mizram, the head scholar and arcane specialist. Shorter than most, she's an intense gaze with an air of barely contained power. Her robes shimmer with eldritch energy, and she wears a belt that is filled with trinkets and potions. She also has a leather-bound book in her hand, and as she's writing and looking at you, writing, looking at you, writing. It's always just, she's looking at everybody, writing something down, looking back up, keeping notes on something. Next to them is Reldoran Zorlarin, duelist and strategist. He's pretty much the Covenant's head of any cancel they need for war or fighting. He's pretty much in charge of that. Quite muscular. He's about 6'6" for a Drow. That is tall. He is in dark plate armor with a crimson cloak. You cannot see his eyes. You cannot see his face. It is covered by a mask. He doesn't really have the traditional weapons. He has more something that Francisca would be better with. He's got dual rapiers. Next to them is Zoneus Bainray. He kind of gives you vibes of Velen. Yeah. He is being introduced as the head necromancer and warlock of the Drow.
Does he look like Francisco?
No. He is gaunt with hollowed cheekbones. He has a dark-lined robe that is pretty much complete bone white. And he has a glowing green staff with a serpent motif on top. And then you have what you'd see as a normal Duragar. He is being introduced as Dorgrim Blackvein. He is the master craftsman among the Duragar. So he's in charge of building everything. And then you have the deep gnome Sylvan Knackleburrow. She is a alchemist and illusionist for the Drow. So she's in charge of making sure all the shops and whatnot. Yeah. But yeah, so Blackvein He has a massive warhammer that is crackling with some sort of purple energy on top. And she's kind of has like a mini alchemist kit in front of her, and she's just in the middle of making something. Well, that is the Velafair Covenant.
Gonna need
Each
all
of them
those
pretty
names
much.
later.
I know. I'll just copy and paste the entire thing at some
Thanks.
point for you.
You said how many, and I was like, I'll get it
And there's
later.
12 of them total between the other
Yeah.
mother matrons that are there too. Yeah. Well, I've already told them all about you, but now you know them. So, they just basically wanted to be introduced. We were hoping we'd introduce you the last time we met, before we moved back here, but you had other things apparently to do.
Yeah, we did.
Yes. And, well, it took us a while to get everybody here anyway. But, now that you're here, is there anything else we can do for you before you leave? Or if you want to look through the mirrors, I would love to see what I see, especially with Francisco.
I'm just gonna walk up to the mirror of darkness.
Okay.
Let's do this.
Beautiful. Can I have a wisdom
I'm
save as soon as you walk?
For sure looking.
This is never finishing, is it?
Yep. You can choose to fail.
It's just too many options.
I mean, my wisdom's not good anyway, so 14.
Okay, no, you feel anyway. Perfect. It's either if you pass, you are not frozen in place and horrified, but you failed. So this mirror, so on a failure, you are forced to relive your worst moments as if they are happening again. You become paralyzed, trapped in the torment of your own mind. So you are facing what's called the Judgment of the Abyss. What is the most heinous act you have ever done, Francisco? This is
Heinous
for
act.
everybody to see. And
Ooh.
witness.
Man, that's a tough one.
It manifests a complete illusion version of this, brought to life as a specter. They're going to hear and smell everything that happens.
A heinous act.
The fun part about this, if you have I'll tell you after. Let's do that. It has side effects.
Okay. I'm trying to think because I feel like a lot of Francisco stuff would have been out of necessity. So I want something that isn't out of necessity.
Fair.
I'm gonna say probably the first murder
Mhm.
that Francisco committed, which would have been probably when he was about 15.
Yep.
And it would have been one of the ship's mates, and that would have been off a recommendation of Bob, because that was when Bob was first mate,
Mhm.
and it was you're gonna have to show some balls. So Francisco would have crept into the cabin, slit his throat, and put his head on the quarterdeck.
What race would they have been?
Probably human, actually.
Okay.
But that one was just out of full malice as far as who he chose, stuff like that.
Cool. And this was when you were about 15.
I'd say 15.
Okay.
The Drow are like, it's a human, we don't care.
Yeah.
Had you say had it been a drow or half drow, bad things would have happened.
I didn't run into that many.
Nope.
I didn't run. It would have been any other race besides a drow or a half drow, honestly. So,
Yeah.
yeah. But yeah, I'd say probably human.
Okay.
And it was Francisco purposely made it as gruesome as he could to make a point.
Okay.
Which I think the Drow appreciate. Because Mama would it.
Okay. You guys would see that this plays out pretty quick. It's almost as if it's just like a fleeting memory, but it still lasts like about a minute. You get to see this happen. You'd be able to tell he can't move. His eyes are completely open, and he's like... You're seeing it one time, he's being forced to watch this over and over and over and over and over. For Francisco, this feels like an hour you're reliving this. Thankfully, you don't get the unforgivable brand. So a creature that has betrayed their kin, broken sacred oaths, or performed an act of cruelty deemed irredeemable by the Drow, that's not, may be marked by the mirror, and the Drow society would treat anyone who gets marked by the mirror with hostility permanently. And you would no longer be able to save against a Zone of Truth spell.
Interesting.
But thankfully, what you did is just what most people do to survive. So you come out of this. What happens when Francisco relives this moment? And you come back up?
My guess is I'm reliving the moment, so I'm feeling the same fear and anxiety that I would have felt at the time. So probably coming out of the moment, I'm in a cold sweat. I'm breathing heavy. Honestly, probably some uncontrollable tears coming down my face.
Yeah. I've had a feeling it was going to be something like that. This one will fix that problem. Not many get to see through this mirror. Come here, Francisco. He's going to take you over to the Mirror of Forgotten Truths. If you would like to make another wisdom save, it'll be at disadvantage this time.
Okay. I'm going to fail anyway, but let's see, and that's totally a 4.
Okay. Oh, 4? Okay.
Yeah.
Right. So, either, like, on a success, you can choose what memory you get to recall. On a failure, the memory chooses a memory for you.
Interesting.
So, this... So, I want you to tell me about a time that... Let's go with your happiest memory. Something you rely on to keep you going through the day. What's that memory?
That memory would be when Francisco was about 9 and his mother was well, and they would have just went out to the harbor, no one around, and his mom's just sitting there watching him chase a crab.
I like that. Okay. Do you think this would be a traumatic experience for you to remember?
For Francisco currently, yes.
Beautiful. Can you roll me a d10, please?
D10.
This is how many hours it takes for you to stop crying.
No, this is
Probably.
kind of, yeah. He's getting
4.
short-term madness.
Oh, dude, I use
Nice.
that table all the time. That's so good.
4.
Okay. Give me 1 second here. So, so 4, and I need a D100.
D100. Where's my other D10? There you are. Let's see. That 33.
This
Ah,
could go so badly.
I need you to immediately run away from the mirror for 4 minutes. Your temporary
Okay.
short-term madness for 4 minutes, and you are frightened of the mirror and the area that you're currently in.
I'm running. I'm just gonna book it right back to where we saw the guard we entered.
Okay. She's just gonna hold up her hand and just go, let him go. He needs this. Well, that was interesting.
That didn't seem too pleasant for him either.
I don't think he has happy memories of his childhood that often. It comes and goes for some people. And the business, he had a hard childhood, Tooth. He probably hasn't told you all of it. I know most of it. But interesting. Who would like next? I'm not forcing this on you. It's just it sometimes helps you live a better life sometimes for some people.
I don't mind doing it.
Perfect.
It won't be as interesting as that, but I don't mind.
That's okay.
You saw what just happened to Francisco.
Yeah, but he's not really the most well-adjusted guy we know. I'm just saying.
Helga's pretty much just like punching you on the shoulder and go, got that fucking right. Well-adjusted Francisco. That'll be a day. I'll stop
what do you have to
drinking the day
gain
that
from
happens.
this? What do you have to gain from this? You can't learn new information. If you want to, you can. But
Truth, if that one's for forgotten memories, then that is new information because you forgot it, right?
I think it'll help you.
Maybe. I'm not afraid of it.
Yeah.
If it doesn't, it doesn't. If it does, I'd like to see what it shows at least.
Yeah.
A lot of people lie to themselves too. Sometimes they think they're gonna see something, or like they can pick what they're gonna choose as their worst moment, and that's because it's easier for them to swallow than what it might actually have been. I think the mirrors are a good idea because we can't really lie to them.
You can try.
Well,
no one has yet.
Well, Tith is listening to Sabryn. Like,
Mhm.
he's going to scan, or I guess he was also doing this a little bit before. He's going to scan the faces of the Drow that are there.
Yep.
Were they taking amusement? Out of Francisco's?
No, it's
experiences?
more of they're like, think of them more as like a judge panel. They are
Okay.
Yeah,
Pretty stone-faced.
Pretty stone-faced, and just more of a. If that's really the worst thing he's done, that's just murder's still bad, but you do what you got to do in this type of world. It's not like he's running a smuggling ring for children.
Okay, wait. Is he smuggling things to children or smuggling the children? Because these are wildly different, and I need to know.
Probably the children. Yeah.
Okay, all right.
So
Francisco has totally
Probably
sold
not the
drugs to
first
kids.
if they saw
Yeah.
something like that, then they would never allow him to be an ambassador of the Drow for the Dome.
Francisco has definitely stolen candy from a baby.
Yeah. Yeah. He's already stolen half the dowry he's gotten for a baby.
Yeah.
All right.
I needed
wisdom. Wisdom save, please, Fred.
You got it. Yeah, I pass.
What'd you get? It's a high DC.
Well, I maybe didn't pass, but it is a dirty 20.
No,
So
you
I
didn't
feel good
pass.
about it.
This was given to them by a god.
I thought
You
my
gotta hit
wisdom was
25.
higher.
You got hit 25.
To be fair, wisdom is almost my worst save.
I know. It is, I think, for almost everybody. Yeah, it's a very, very high DC. It's pretty much a nat 20 is the only way some of you guys might get this. So, you don't get to choose. What is Sabryn's worst moment that you have done? You have committed. What's your most heinous act?
Yeah, there's no like cycling through. There's really only one option.
Mm-hmm.
And it's Sabryn essentially like completely disheveled, having like basically just crawled out of the dirt, and has gone home and is kind of overlooking her family house, and the family is there. And her choice to not join them and tell them that she's alive. And like you can kind of see that she's like really thinking about it. And it's one of those things where it's maybe she's saying that like they're happy without me, so they don't need the extra drama of like, oh good, our return from the dead family member. That's not going to cause problems at all. But there's an undercurrent to it of the life that she was going to lead here would have just been so boring. She didn't really want to go back to it. And she just kind of walks away. That's the whole thing. That's the worst thing she's ever done as far as she's concerned.
In this moment, reliving that, can I have a perception roll with a disadvantage, please?
For me?
Yeah. You're reliving something. I want to see if you notice something in that memory.
Not with a 3. 8.
Okay, never mind.
But that's the whole moment. It doesn't cycle to anything, you know, she's never killed anyone that didn't deserve it, and anything that she would even consider bad are like dumb little pranks. Like that's the only thing she's ever done that's actually... So it's also one of the only things she's ever chosen for herself.
Gotcha.
So she just considers it very selfish of a choice.
Yep.
Especially now that they found out without her telling them, and she still has not sent them a letter explaining.
Gotcha.
She started to write it, but hasn't been able to finish it.
Okay. Francisco, also, for 24 hours, you have disadvantage on charisma checks. As you failed by more than 5. Sabryn, thankfully, failed just by 5. So you are set.
Huzzah!
Okay. You come out of this reliving it, and you almost have a... I'll take a quick perception roll as you come out of this. And what are you thinking as you come out of this?
Yeah, that makes sense. That's the... Yeah. That's about what she expected it to be. Terrible perception check.
What's your passive?
10. 15.
Okay, your passive's enough. There's a few tears on some of the drow from that.
Angry tears?
No.
Okay.
No, that was a heartbreaking moment for them. That's something they don't see that often of. If that's the worst memory you can come up with, that's that's more of a aw.
She's just a little guy.
Yeah.
And then she'll go and step in front of the other one.
Okay. Wisdom save at disadvantage because you failed the first one.
Yeah. Oh, interesting. I assume it still fails, but it's a double 15, so 17.
It still fails.
Yeah, but still.
Yep. They're both 25.
Yeah.
Okay. So the mirror is going to choose a memory for you, revealing something that you've either suppressed, forgotten, or erased by magical means. This experience is overwhelming. You are stunned for 1 minute. the forgotten memory. Well, I'll let you come up with one because it's easier than me just making something up on the spot.
Well, here's my question.
Mm-hmm.
I know of a memory that Sabryn's forgotten.
Then we'll do that.
Well, I don't know if you want me to
Oh.
because you made me forget it.
Ooh. No.
Okay.
No, that one's
That's fair enough.
Yeah, the
You
mirror
said by
itself,
magic.
Yeah, the mirror. It was created by God.
Yeah.
Roll me a percentile.
Okay.
This might go bad.
Yeah, but it'd be fun.
Yeah, it would be hilarious.
Has the DM dug his own hole?
Maybe. $91.
Okay, all right. Nope, you needed low.
Oh, damn. Okay.
Nope.
Fair enough.
The roll was to see whether or not the mirror would allow that, and with a 91, no. Okay.
I think, actually, what the memory is one that Sabryn was told about but does not actually recall from the first time we talked to the Drow when she met those ones who were there when she got unburied originally.
Oh, okay. Yep.
She doesn't remember it, but according to them, they were there. I think it would be interesting to have
you want to
memory
relive
back.
coming out for the first time. Okay.
Getting rescued? Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
I think that'd be interesting.
You will see, because you were technically still unconscious at the time, you're going to see Drow miners pretty much just mining something. You just hear the clack, 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 and they hit a massive pocket that starts to cave in all around them. You see most of them dive out of the way. You definitely see like a Cuthrickmancer, just a Cuthrick, not Cuthrickmancer. They're pulling people out and like immediately trying to clear the debris. And you see yourself encased in it's about a 30-foot tall piece of obsidian. It's probably 10-foot diameter. So it is a massive chunk. And they can see something in it. And like there's a conversation between all of them going, is there someone trapped in there? What is that? Her eyes are open. And you see light, but it's more like a fleeting memory of the light. And you watch them take a while for you. For the rest of you, this memory still does last quite a while. This is going longer than the 1 minute that most. It's almost as if the mirror's watching this play out too. And you see over the course of like an hour, them slowly chip. Mostly a Cuthrick is doing most of the work, trying to chip and get you out. And you guys notice that the clothing that she was in is completely tattered, and whatever she had on her is pretty much deteriorated. She's mostly naked, and you just see them put her, like, her hair's long, nails are long, everything grew. And even as soon as she's free, you don't see anything rise, but you do see like a medic or someone come over and try to heal you, and then they just go, there's nothing wrong with her. She's elvish? I don't know what she is. And then you're going to see them look up, and there's just a massive hole where you fell down. And they're just going to say, right, let's fill that in. We don't need anyone else coming in here. Right, she's healthy-ish. Weird. You definitely see you have like a black aura around you as the magic first hits you. And can you roll me a d20 and a d100, please, as a magic surge goes off?
Oh boy. This is a surge in the memory, or
Yeah.
Okay.
This is your first.
Yeah.
That you don't even know about.
Oh, my first time.
Yeah.
Guys. Okay, 13.
15? Okay.
13.
13.
For the
okay.
D20.
Still a nuisance, that's fine.
Yeah. Uh, 46.
Okay. You guys randomly see a small. Give me a charisma save at disadvantage, please.
16.
Okay. That's actually a good roll.
I
I'm
have
going to
+10.
reflavor the current one that's here.
Okay.
You guys see a small black creature poof into existence in front of Sabryn. It's an imp. Normally, they would have to fight it for 1 minute, but I'm going to reflavor this one that they literally see this creature appear, like walk up on Sabryn, look into her eyes, smile, and then enter her. We'll deal with that later.
Okay.
And they just like all jump back, and one of them kind of like takes a look and goes, "What was that?" "I don't know. I've never seen anything like that." And there's just a conversation, and then you see them all put you on like a stretcher and carry you out. And then the mirror, you come back into the mirror. Interesting.
Okay, so that was weird. But
That
neat.
was I remember hearing something about that when you were first woken up.
I
but-
was awake the whole time, but I know what you mean, yeah.
What was that creature?
I don't know, I didn't remember it happening.
Well, long-term effects at least.
Well, I mean,
Do you think that is traumatic enough to have the same effect as Francisco? Do you think that was traumatic to see?
no, I think the first mirror was like being essentially frozen and trapped again, which has always been Sabryn's biggest problem, and then the second mirror releasing her from it again.
Yeah.
I think it kind of cancels each other out.
Okay, perfect.
I think she's confused about what that little creature was, but not like traumatic confused, more just like, I'm sure that's fine.
Okay.
I don't think it was traumatic though. I think it was interesting.
So, the fun part about this mirror, it has the ability to fix things that are broken. And it has the ability to, like if someone was disguised as a changeling, the mirror will immediately turn them back to who they currently were. So, I want a D100 roll, a high roll, you're a halfling again.
Mm-hmm.
A low roll, you can stay who you currently are.
Can I tip the scales a little bit just by saying that Sabryn does not consider herself broken?
Yeah, I'm okay with that. Yeah, I'll let you do it with advantage then.
Okay. Because she has been offered this before.
Yeah, this is just more the mirror trying to fix something that could be broken as a reward. You were once a halfling, now you're not.
Okay. The first one's low. Let's see if the advantage is higher. Yeah, 93.
You're good. Nice. You do have that sense of...
Yeah.
Almost
just kind of feel it and just
I started to shrink again, and then it just stopped.
I think she just kind of whispers at it like, I thank you, but I'm actually okay. And just kind of like skips back over.
Mm-hmm. Interesting.
And then like briefly stops just like so that they don't think she's also fleeing from the room.
Yeah.
And just kind of goes back.
By
over
now,
to
Francisco,
the
you
others.
are yourself again, but you find yourself just randomly, almost like running towards Annabelle, her room. And you just
Fair.
stop and go, how'd I get here?
I'm gonna continue towards Annabelle.
Okay. Tooth or Talos? Either of you want to take a look? I don't know what it would show us for Talos. That's intriguing, honestly.
Does the sin mirror take from just known past sins?
With you, it'd be hard to tell.
Hmm.
Do you think you've done anything bad when you think you've woken up?
I suppose you sort of mark things as like logically bad of death is bad, so into the account where I've killed the most people.
You have killed a few people, yeah?
Other than that, he doesn't think of anything.
Yeah. Well, it all depends if you succeed on a wisdom save or not. On a success, I'll let you choose. On a failure, I will come up with something fun for you.
Hmm. Talos is going to look.
Okay.
But there's actually a decent chance that I actually pass this save.
Okay.
Since it
Wisdom save.
it does a magical effect, right?
Technically, yes.
Oh, just misses.
24, so close. All right. A failure is still a
No,
failure.
it's good. If I pass, I'm going to deliberately fail.
On a good note, you didn't fail by 5, so your charisma's unburdened. All right. I will choose this one for you. Because I have 30 years of fun that I have written for Talos. Talos, you see yourself not as yourself. You see the original body that you were created with. And...
Hold on, so
Yep.
my computer started lagging and I can't hear a thing.
Okay. That happens. Just let me know when you are good. Maybe?
Actually, give this 5 minutes. I set something running in the background and it's suddenly taking up all my RAM.
Okay. We will move on to see if Tooth wants to take a look. Tooth.
Sorry.
Yeah, you're good. Is this something Tooth would want to do? You don't have to.
Tooth has watched this process a couple times now,
Mm-hmm.
and he hasn't liked it that much. And there's also a lot of magic that he doesn't understand.
Yes.
And he's going to look at Ben and then kind of back and say, I think Ben here and I are good. But if you have any questions, got nothing to hide. Just don't need all that.
Interesting. Yeah, I don't know why we lost pretzels. Probably internet. I don't think Ben might, but like most of Ben's memories, Ben's done a lot, so those memories are. I don't know if he wants to relive something very, very traumatic that he's done, because he's done a lot of traumatic things over his life. So I have a feeling pretzels would probably say no too. What do you think Helga would do, Sabryn? I don't think she'd care.
I don't think she'd care. No.
I feel like she'd follow Tooth.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah.
If it was required, maybe, but I don't
Yeah.
think she'd care
She's
to
more
just,
of a,
you know,
I'm
cuz.
I'm a guard.
Yeah.
I've done a lot of nothing really
Guard
bad.
things. Yeah.
Meh. I've beaten the crap out of a few more morons in my day, but nothing. Yeah, no, I'm good.
Those are mine, pretty much. Those are mine.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just don't want to watch it, but I
No.
know I did it.
Okay. Well, once Talos is back, we will have some fun.
I'm
with
back.
him.
I'm back.
Okay,
Whatever it
good.
was has either crashed or stopped. So
Okay, perfect. So Talos, you see yourself in. This is actually might be a good thing that you failed, because the rest of you are getting a glimpse of Frankenstein's lair. You find yourself in a dark, dank. It's hard to tell if it's a cave or place. You are surrounded by. It's pretty much like a massive alchemist artificer lab. Kind of remnants of Star Lab, but bigger. This place is huge. You definitely see lots of other smaller automatons, Warforged, like maybe a half dozen doing odd jobs. Most of them are carrying copper, just like ore by the buckets, just here or there. You hear the sounds of metal being hammered. You see sparks from things being created. You also see yourself helping create a massive sort of machine that is built for building bigger Warforged. You see that, and then you see yourself over a hammer and anvil creating your sword. It is like something that you'd see other mechanical, like other people that are chained up trying to help you forge this blade. There's a couple elves, a couple dwarves that are chained up and being like whipped by other robots, and Frankenstein to pour a lot of magic into this weapon that's going to be used to kill a lot of people. You see yourself like a week later in the middle of a city in some sort of basement using that sword and clearing out something that you were told to kill. And you just see a swath of bodies and blood behind you. And then the memory fades.
huh.
That didn't look like you at all, Talos. What was that?
Well, I have been informed that prior what I thought was my initial construction, I was not constructed. I was merely rebuilt. It appears that memory has come from before, something I had completely forgotten.
Can I have a quick perception roll, please, sir?
Tooth is turning to Helga and Ben and saying, I knew he shouldn't have done it. He shouldn't have done it.
Yeah, that was... We don't want to meet that Talos. Okay, 22 perception. You definitely have a new arcane rune on your right arm.
Oh, the new one's appeared.
Yeah, this one is like slowly fading, and it's some sort of mark that you know, knowing Undercommon, is branding you a traitor and basically someone untrustworthy of the Drow. The mirror has marked you as someone that should not be trusted.
Oh,
Oh, shit.
But only you can see it.
huh. Can I look at the council?
Yeah.
Do they see it?
Your 22 perception is definitely a yes. They noticed something that happened. Yeah. And a couple of them are like giving themselves glances and going, just whispering to each other. The matron mother pretty much just looks at you and goes, interesting.
Talos is just hoping that they realize how confused and surprised he looks.
Yeah, you'd be able to tell with the 22 perception, like, that was new to even the matron mother. It's like, oh, well, Warforged, I know your programming can be changed. From what I've met of you and know of you, that's not who you currently are. Let's see who you currently are. Let's go to the other mirror. I'm not asking.
Forgotten memories.
Mm-hmm. Let's see what this one shows.
I shall glare into it.
Okay. Can I have a wisdom save at disadvantage, please?
Technically, this is just a straight save, since I have advantage against.
Yep. 20. Okay. You aren't going to be affected by this, by madness. That's good. All right. So, I'm going to give you a fun one for this too, seeing as you did fail.
Oh no.
This memory. Well, no, I'll let you say. I'll let you choose. What's Talos's best memory of doing something good?
The best one that comes to mind is a feeling of like fulfillment. Like it may not have been big, it might not have been grand, but he enjoyed doing it as much as he can enjoy. Just sort of snippets of all times he's helped a student in the library, like, oh, they need this book, or they don't quite understand this. Brief explanation. It's nothing big. It's just a sense of small snapshots of each time he's been slightly helpful, slightly useful.
Yeah.
Maybe the flash like, oh, a student now understands this topic.
Okay. That was pretty much exactly what I was going to say. I was going to say you're going to be in a library with people asking you for help. Perfect. You guys would see this memory would last not too long, but you'd see like almost like a dozen students in a line waiting to talk to Talos. A wide variety of races, ages. You'd be able to tell that Talos was someone people sought to go talk to for information at the school.
I'm definitely in the line.
You'd definitely be in the line, and you definitely see Ben in the background just hovering around, chasing people. Do you think this would be traumatic coming out of and seeing this again?
Oh no.
I don't think so. No.
You enjoy it, actually.
Yeah, okay. Alright. Well, Talos, we can see who you now are instead of were. This is good. I thank you all for taking the time to look. Most of the things we see that come through here are not as nice as some of them, but we do what we gotta do. Well, is there anything else we can help you with today while you're here? Did you want to stay the night?
I guess we have to check with Francisco about that, but
Yes, he didn't come back, so I think he's probably on his way to Annabelle.
Yeah, so that's probably a yes?
It's up to you. I know you have the ability to come and go, but with your Vardo here, I wasn't too sure exactly what you guys had planned.
Choose, you want to go...
Stay the night.
We're in the mountain, like in a mountain?
You're at the very, almost top of the mountain right now, inside of it. Yes. Of Kareth Duel.
Is there anywhere we can go to see outside? Like the
Well,
sky?
Annabelle's room does have the window. If you want to, we do have an observatory up top. It's a little cold, but yes.
Jude, you want to go stay in the observatory for the night? Look at the stars? Everyone else is welcome too.
I'd love to.
I know you don't like the
I'd
stars too much.
I would really appreciate that. I was even gonna say, didn't remember when those guys are going fishing.
They're already there.
Maybe I'd spend the night outside where they are.
Sure.
If you're gonna be all right.
Yeah, of course. I'm
Alright.
always alright. I'm very hard to kill now.
Now? Interesting. Helga's just gonna give your arm another punch and go, "Yeah, we're getting you better."
I think I'll go to
Talos,
the
sorry you had to
observatory.
take another look at
Say that again. Cut out.
that. Talos, sorry you had to take a look at that. That couldn't have been pleasant. We know that's not who you are.
No, but I think it was a good thing I now know it happened.
Yeah, that was something, bud. That was different.
You rest assured I don't know how to use a sword anymore.
Well, if you ever want to take it back up, I'd be happy to teach you that too.
Pass.
I had a feeling you might say that. Well, let's go find Francis.
I think he's fine. If he's heading to Annabeth's, we don't want to find him.
Ooh, or do we? Yeah.
I'm gonna go to the observatory. You can find
Okay.
him if you want.
No, we'll let him have his one night of fun.
Okay.
Plus, he's gonna probably
Yeah,
have to change
one
some diapers
night.
while we're there, and
Okay.
yeah, that'd be fun too.
Okay.
Yeah, screaming baby and all that. No, thanks. Not yet. All right.
How hard will it be for Tooth to like? Yeah. How hard will it be for Tooth to like navigate to where
You were given a
that
map.
fishing's going?
You were given a map.
Okay.
Perfect. All right, so Sabryn, Talos, and Helga are going to the observatory. Ben's probably going to go to the observatory. Francisco's going to Annabelle, and Tooth is going to do some fishing. Perfect. That is a
Yeah.
great place to take a break.
Cool.
Francisco, heading to Annabelle before we. I don't think we really need to do anything on the observatory other than I'll tell you what you see. Because right now you guys are, I'd say like 3-4 o'clock in the afternoon. Slowly getting there. Francisco, when you get back to where you know Annabelle is in her room, the guards pretty much look at you and wonder why you have no one else with you, but you've been allowed entrance. They pretty much just tell you that she's not alone and to behave.
I'm gonna walk in.
Okay. You're going to walk in and you're going to see Annabelle, Janet, and another female drow sitting at a table. Pretty much the table you guys were at before. They both have like notebooks out. The female that is with her is definitely kind of reminds you of one of the Veilthar Covenant, the assassin and enforcer. Definitely has that bearing. Heavily armed. And it looks like I'll take a quick perception roll as you come in, please.
That is a 16.
They're talking strategy. Definitely spy master of the Drow with Annabelle.
Okay.
Yep. And they just pretty much just look at you and they just go, we're Francisco, you're back soon. Right. Take care of Janet for about an hour. We're going to be a bit.
Francisco doesn't even say anything. He just walks into the nursery area.
Okay, perfect.
I'm assuming there's multiple rooms, so.
Yeah, this place is like a massive little, think of it as like a penthouse suite.
Literally, Francisco walks in, looks, and
Yeah.
just walks.
Okay, perfect. You find Janet pretty much just in like a little playpen area, right near the window, so she can stay outside. What would you like to do with Janet?
Her sister's gonna pick her up.
She has her teddy bear, by the way.
He's going to just kind of stare on his knee. And he's gonna just kind of look around, find a little piece of linen. He's gonna cut out a little strip of the linen. And wind it into, tight little cord. Kind of tie it off. He's gonna pull off a ring off his pinky. Very plain ring, just plain silver, nothing special. And then he's gonna tie that into the little cord. Tie that around the teddy bear. Say, that right there is yours. That right there was your grandmother's. And he's just gonna sit.
Perfect. Talos, Sabryn, Helga, and Ben. You guys are taken by someone who doesn't give you their name. Up a circular set of stairs. It takes you about another hour to climb. There's a few spots along the way to rest. You're taken to a spot where it is definitely like an open area in the mountain. It's a little chilly, so they have fires going. There's blankets. There's like this place is set up for sleeping in the like -10 weather that's currently there. There is a massive. Give me religion rolls. Let's do religion.
Sorry, does this include Tooth or
No,
already branched off?
you're going somewhere else fun. 26, okay.
Religion?
Yeah.
24.
Nice. I'll roll something quick for Ben. Okay. All of you recognize that this at least it is a area for maybe visitors to come to at some point that are with the Twin Suns religion. This is like an observatory. It's got a telescope. This is definitely an area where you can do some stargazing and learn about the world around you. But it also has like almost like small little areas for each religion. This is definitely a place where they bring guests to take a look if they feel the need that they don't want to be in the mountain. So this is like a comfort area for dignitaries. So just in case you want to do anything, there's like an area for sparring. There's pretty much anything you can think of. There's a hot tub up here. They have everything you're going to need to keep your sanity while being in a mountain. So is there anything specific you guys want to do up here? It's got a full bar, full food. This place is probably one of the first things that they had repaired and dusted off and got ready. This is more housed by not many drow, but more deep gnomes are up here than anything. Is there anything specific you guys want to do up here? Or just enjoy the sights?
You said there was like a sparring section. Is this an area where people would like clean up afterwards?
Yeah.
Is there like a wash basin?
Yeah. Yeah.
Talos is going to like instinctively go over there to wash his hands.
Yeah. Okay.
Like he's scribbling to get something out.
I'll take perception rolls from Sabryn, please. I'll do one for Helga. Helga sees a hot tub and is in the middle of stripping.
19.
Okay. I rolled a 2 for Helga. You definitely see something weird about Talos. But Helga's in your head going, hot tub, warmth, water, yes, I'm home.
Cool. That's before like 10 seconds where he realizes what he's doing and stops.
Okay. All right. What's Sabryn want to do up top? Anything specific?
If there's a hot tub, I'll go in the hot tub.
Okay. Perfect. Yeah, Helga's pretty much stripped naked and jumped in. There are like areas if you want to change stuff like that, but for the most people, you're not going to be the only ones in there. Like this looks like it'll hold like 20-25 people. It's pretty big. There's a couple deep gnomes, a couple Durgar in there. Helga's just pretty much introducing herself to all of them. Cool. Anything else specifically you guys want to do up there for the evening? Take that as a no. Francisco, at some point, when the books are put away, you notice Annabelle pretty much like asks one of the guards for like a nanny. And one of the old matron mothers comes in and takes Janet for at least an hour.
Francisco. Now I'll ask this: do I know that she's asking for a nanny, for a babysitter?
Yeah. Yes.
Francisco's going to tell her no.
You sure? Okay. She's just at that age where she needs a lot of attention. Wasn't sure
That's
if
fine.
you needed something. Or if you just want to enjoy the day.
We can just sit.
Let's sit. Tell me what's on your mind if you have anything. If not, we'll just have a day. It has been a long time since we've had a day.
I'm not going to go crazy into it.
Mhm.
Francisco's going to just kind of sit. It's going to be sad,
Mm-hmm.
but he's going to show her, the little ring, because that's something Annabelle wouldn't know about.
Yep.
And I think Francisco's just going to kind of word vomit. Maybe one of the first times to her and start telling her about his mom.
Okay. Get to know Grandma number 2.
Yep.
Cool. Yeah, you can take an inspiration if you don't already have it.
Cool.
Cool.
And I'm going to type out something for his mom.
Okay.
I'll put it in the OneNote.
Okay, perfect. Youth. Can I have a quick survival roll, please, to see if you can follow the map?
Yeah. It's a 15.
Okay, 15's enough. 15's enough. The map that you're given is kind of like hastily drawn, but it's like, go here, go down here, go over here, walk 20 feet. You'll notice where I've put like a mark on a wall, turn left there. And after about a half hour of walking, you find yourself in an old, what looks, you would know to be like a mining shaft. There's tracks, there's carts, and one old Durgar with a mining helmet just looks at you and goes, are you Tooth?
Yeah.
Oh, good. Wedge told me to sit here and wait for you. He was hoping you'd come. Climb in a cart. There's an old mining cart he wants you to just get in.
Tooth's gonna give it a little check before he gets in.
But
How
it
does
should
it
be
feel?
sturdy. It's done a few trips and hasn't fallen apart, so I think it's good.
Yeah, he'll shrug and he'll get in.
Good. As soon as you're in, he pulls a lever and the cart starts moving. You'd be able to tell that it's not moving too quick. You are like in an old, like this is, I'll take a quick history roll.
Is it history related to? Never mind. I have something for history
masonry,
related.
yeah, you can do it with advantage. I'm good with that. Yeah, this is
Cool.
close.
Alrighty. 16.
Okay. This is definitely enough to know this place is old. Like more than 2,000, maybe 2,500, maybe more old. But it's well
Does it
built.
seem older than the rest of the city, or
It-
similar?
A little newer than the city. They probably built the city and then built the mine after. Or maybe during around the same time, but this gives you home vibes a little. Because they definitely have something similar to this, just a lot better. There was also like maybe 3 or 4 tracks to go on. The one you're currently on, as soon as you start moving, you'd be able to tell you're probably the first, maybe second person to use this in a while. And you're immediately, as soon as you start going through a few tunnels, they're lit a little, but not a lot. You're definitely getting covered in cobwebs immediately. This really hasn't been used too much, or people know to keep their head down as they travel through here. But you eventually find yourself going down like a small incline, and you're passive, and that's enough to be able to tell. You'd be able to hear they've opened the mine back up, and from underneath you, you do hear the sounds of miners. You do see some lights in the distance, definitely some Durgar, deep gnomes, the odd drow, and definitely some Cuthric you'd see wandering and skittering from here to there. About 5 minutes into your trip, you hit a massive incline, and can I have a con save, please, as you descend at about 200 miles an hour? I want to see.
Hey, 14.
Okay.
14.
A 14's enough not to vomit immediately from the descent that you are currently going. You'd be able to tell that you're going down to the bottom of the mountain rapidly. Like, you're almost free fall on this mining cart. And you just randomly see, like, as soon as you're going through, you hit from a tunnel going down to a massive open area. It is filled with a variety of gems, everything. You basically hit like an open pocket of air inside the mountain, and it echoes. The cart that you're currently on echoes everywhere, and you see paths and like mining shafts and like the track that you're currently on is like 600 feet in the air on stilts, and you're just going through this long dark descent. It doesn't take too long, about 2 or 3 minutes of going extremely quick before the brakes randomly just start braking you automatically on your cart. And you come to an area where you would know you can start to smell the salt sea air as soon as you get down there. And you just hear from the distance, "You made it! Come on down! The lines are drawn and the water's wet."
And Two's gonna. How long does it take until he can make out where they are?
About 2 minutes.
Yeah.
It's just, there's pretty much like 2 tunnels, and you'd be able to tell where you're supposed to go.
Does he have to stop the cart, or is it going to stop?
It automatically stops itself eventually. Yep. You'd be able to
then,
see like some glowing runes on the tires, on the tracks.
Oh, so then that's probably the answer to my other question, which is like with his knowledge from Wind Keep, going the other direction, ascending, is it basically magically driven or magically
you'd be
powered?
able to tell that as soon as where you currently are, as soon as you get out, it starts to turn and go like on another track. And then a chain, there's another Durgar just standing down there and attaches a chain to it and starts winding a thing that eventually starts taking the cart back up.
Great Disneyland ride here.
Yep.
Yeah. Two's gonna wait till it comes to a stop, and then he's gonna hop out and say, quite the track you guys got there. Not unpleasant.
You survived. Good. Means it's working.
Yeah.
But
Almost
sure.
unpleasant.
Yeah, that was first time for a lot of people. It's been somewhat of a more of an attraction right now. Some of us are just having fun doing it over and over and over. But
Can
don't
see
so much
why.
mind. Yes, you need a
I
little bit of fun.
ridden a few carts in my day from, so maybe it didn't
Yeah.
quite hit me as hard, but it was cool.
Good. Yeah, you didn't vomit, so that's a win-win. I've had to clean a few of them. Well, the boys are waiting over there. I think there's 4 of them, maybe 5. Can't remember. Enjoy. Try and catch something good. And you eventually find Biggs, Wedge, and he introduces you to 2 other Durgar. One of them is named. Where's my notes? Doran and Gar. Doran and Gar, they've already got their lines in. You'd be able to tell as soon as you come through, you come to a massive, just single tunnel going to the left and one to the right, and what looks to be it's only maybe 20 feet wide. It looks fairly deep, of pretty much fresh seawater passing through this tunnel.
Wow.
And they're just all sitting there with lines in the water going, yeah, this is an old, well, I think they used it for shipping things in and out of here a long time ago, or maybe mines. We're not too sure yet. But I'm told there's fish in it. It's not moving too quick, the water. Like, enough, but it's more, you'd be able to tell you'd have to row out of here. It's not like a lot of wind or anything coming through. It's just a nice slow trickle.
Okay. And in terms of, so all 4 of them are Duragar, right?
Yep.
And then there's no, this saltwater stream is running through, but otherwise there's no like access to the outside. There's no sky.
No, you can, yeah, it's hard, it'd be hard to tell exactly where you are, but it's just basically an underground river of seawater.
Would this be somewhat familiar to Tooth, or would this be kind of a new experience to have?
This would remind you of the one that you were in Axioms of Baron that you escaped in on the boat. Somewhat similar to that.
Oh, but not from his childhood or anything.
No, not at all. Nope.
Okay.
Completely different setup than you would have had at home.
Yeah, Tooth's gonna repeat what he said about the track to these guys.
Yeah.
He's gonna introduce himself really briefly to Doran and Gar.
Mhm.
Did they? I mean, like insight check. What's their deal? Are they just fishing?
You'd be able to tell they still have like their armor and stuff on. Even Biggs and Wedge haven't really taken all their stuff off. They have their weapons at bay. This is just more of a, oh, hey, yeah, no, we got the day off and we found this place. Nice to meet you there, Tooth. Wedge has told us good things about you, and you're some sort of ambassador for the big green dome out there. What's that like?
Oh, yeah. Well, it's how long you have? Gonna sit down and
we got 2.5 days left off, so 2.5 days.
well, it's you probably heard all the news about it going up. We've heard a few things here and there. Quite an interesting story, I suppose, but we've been in there. And maybe you've heard that for the folks that can go in and out. The ambassador, we're all a little different in our group, but we all see at least one thing similarly, that we want this whole thing to go well.
Yeah.
We don't want sort of conflict, when fighting war breaks out. All the folks like us are the ones that lose. So
there is that. Well, anyway, as long as you're enjoying it, it seems like it's a good thing. Anyway, here's your rod. Let's do some fishing.
Yeah, he'll sit down and get in the groove of it.
Excellent. Over the next hour, you guys start to bond a little. You get to know these guys a little bit more. You learn that Doran and Gar are some sort of. You'd be able to tell that they're like maybe part of like a secret spy network for the Durgar. They definitely try to keep most things to themselves, but they're like a little shifty compared to Biggs and Wedge. You do learn a little bit more from Biggs and Wedge. Those two are deep Rothy breeders. They pretty much, like Volo does for the Drow, they keep track of the deep Rothy bloodlines. They are in charge pretty much of breeding and making sure the deep Rothy are pretty much like they're farmers for the most part, but armored farmers. Because they do use a lot of the deep Rothy as regular cows for slaughter. Yep.
I think there's going to be a solid half an hour of conversation because this is a topic that Tooth latches onto.
Yep.
Some back and forth about like what that's like.
Yep.
How those bloodlines work, and then he's also gonna kind of like a proud parent. He's gonna gush a little bit about Lucky, and he's gonna also like try to get as much information as possible about like little things he can do to make Lucky happy.
Okay. While you guys are talking, can I have a general perception roll, please, as your tremor sense goes off?
Yeah. It's not vision based?
Nope, just sensitive.
Okay. I have to get better about asking about that with the Eyes of the Eagle thing that I have, because I'm only supposed to take advantage on visual. So,
yep, that's fine.
And I've taken a few extras. 11.
An 11.
11. Yeah.
11's, yeah. You get a little. You don't get a lot of warning, I'll say this time. You do feel a little rumble at your feet. About an hour and a half into your fishing. And you even see all four of the Durgar like immediately stop and go, there's no Cuthricks in this area. Shit. Arm yourselves. I'm going to move you over to the battle map.
Oh. All right.
Out from behind you guys, so I have you all lined up. This is what you see. Out from behind you come two massive creatures. They are armored they kind of look like Cuthricks, but they're not Cuthricks. They are what the Durgar are going to look and go, we thought we killed them. Shit. Fuck. Umber Hulks. Can I have you roll initiative? And the rest of you are playing Biggs, Wedge, Dorn, and Gar.
Oh.
So,
I want to be Wedge.
You want to be Wedge? Okay. I'm going to give you a couple links for character sheets.
I just like his name.
Awesome.
So, Biggs and Wedge are Durgar warlords. I'll put the link here. Durgar warlords. Since we lost Pretzels, whoever wants to do Gar and Doran, you can each do Dar and Goran. Tooth, you're playing yourself. So Dar and Goran are Durgar spies, and I'll send you that character sheet. So everyone has access to Doran, Biggs, Wedge, and Gar.
Yeah.
So you guys
Here you doing?
Tell me if this is pre-combat or if I should wait for my turn.
Yeah, I do.
But Tooth is going to ask basically for weaknesses and vulnerabilities. He's going to say, how do we take these things down?
Hit them fucking hard. They're armored to a teeth, and they are hard to kill. And immediately you see Biggs like bring out like a small horn and start blaring.
Ooh, backup's coming.
Maybe.
Alrighty.
Alright, so if everyone has their character sheet, please roll initiative and click on whoever wants to run Biggs or Dorn and Gar. Dorn and Gar, you're playing two characters. They're fairly squishy.
I cannot open the second one, so I'm gonna call dibs on Wedge.
You can't open up the...
I'm Wedge.
Oh, I thought you were Biggs.
No, I'm Wedge.
All right, then Biggs.
I also can't open up the second link, so I'm getting up
Yeah.
to
We don't
somewhere else. So
own the
I
yawning
can open
portal.
the second wig. If you want me to play the two spies, I can switch.
If you want to
Because
do that, that's
I
fine.
can open the second.
Okay.
no, I'll get the rules up in a sec. Will take a sec.
I can probably. Yeah, if you go to the D&D Beyond, D&D, like the beta encounters and type in Duragar Spy, it'd be up there too. But yeah, click on the token and roll initiative.
Well,
What did
clicking
you say
on the
they're
token
called?
won't do anything.
Oh, okay. Give me one sec.
Because they're not connected to character sheets,
That's
right?
fine. Here we go.
Oh, it's almost good.
+0.
Yeah.
9. All right, so Biggs is 9.
Wedge is 8.
Biggs is 9 and Wedge is 8.
Yep.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
At least they're a little beefy compared to the
We're
spies.
beefy. We're okay.
Yeah, they have some fun abilities.
We're just going with the average hit points, I assume?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yep. Let's, you have 0 healers, so let's try not to kill Biggs and Wedge.
But
Umber Hulk's
but-
dirty.
that sounds kind of fun.
At least two's playing tooth. All right. So out from the cavern behind you, you see these 2 massive creatures show up. And immediately, I need wisdom saves from everybody. 30-foot cone. Which one goes first? 30-foot cone. Doran, Wedge, and Biggs, I need a wisdom save from, please, from a confusing gaze.
What effect is this? Because they have advantage on certain things.
This is a confusion.
I'm guessing that's... Okay, because we have advantage on charmed, paralyzed, and poisoned.
This would technically be a charm. Well,
Okay, so we
confusing
have
is, I think, a
advantage.
charm. Yep.
Nat 20.
Wisdom
Nice.
save, you said?
Yes, please. For a bonus action.
11.
Ooh. So Doran, roll me a d8.
Double-tags. Who's playing Doran?
Oh, I thought you were doing Doran and Gar. Or is it Talos?
Yeah, I thought
I
that
think
was.
it's Talos.
Okay. Oh, so you got the
God
11
got
on-
a 10.
Okay.
Doran got nat 20.
Oh.
So Doran's good. Okay, so we didn't need it for Gar. So Doran's fine. You got the 11 for who? Sorry, Sabryn?
Wedge.
Wedge. I need a d8 for Wedge.
D8 for Wedge.
He's the only one who failed.
R.I.P.
Confusing gaze. Let's see what happens.
Where? 1.
Oh, you're lucky. Well, technically you're not lucky. The target does nothing. Okay. But this is before your turn, so you're good.
Yeah.
Okay. Actually, to
does
determine
this-
what it does on your next turn.
Okay.
So the target
it
does nothing.
does
So on
affect
your
my
turn, yeah.
And is
the
this
target-
takes no actions or does nothing?
It just says the target does nothing.
Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah. And the other one, okay, so it can still now move. So it is going to move up to here. And it gets 3 rend attacks. So let's do one on Doran. That's a nat 1. I will give it a dex save to see it falls in the water. Okay. You see this thing charge past. Doran ducks out of the way, and it kind of flies by and is now half buried in water with another nat 1. I rolled 2 nat 1s.
Whoa.
So
Amazing.
that is 5, 10, 15, 20.
I think that just means it drowns.
No, it's not deep enough to drown these guys. They are large. But it is enough that it's going to need to move the rest of its movement to stay on its feet, and I'll only give it one more hit. But a 25 should hit Doran. And it is going to do 12 slashing damage to Doran.
Oof.
Each of these guys do have one healing potion.
Yeah.
That's its turn. Gar. You have a Umber Hulk burrowing through the wall behind you. You're also going to hear Big Bitch tell those two to get behind them. Or even run.
And Tooth is going to add hold the position here. Come back here.
Right. Yeah, he's going to head toward the exit. Are these rocks big enough to hide behind?
Which ones? Oh, those. You're a Duragar, so they're probably your head's still showing.
It does a bonus action.
Okay.
Where's his start? 15.
Okay. Is that to hit or to hide?
To hide.
To hide? Okay, perfect. Alright. Anything else for Gar?
Yes. He's gonna, with his hand crossbow, shoot
Beautiful.
the closer one. That's a 21 to hit.
21 hits.
Was he hidden? Does he get sneak attack? Sweet. That's not good. That was 8 points of damage
8, okay.
in total.
Nice. Well, it looks like you struck true. At least these things don't have any resistances to non-magic. Anything else for Gar? Okay. 2.
It's going to
Okay.
Right.
You're lagging.
So,
wait, just to let you know.
Amazing.
Tooth is going to rage, and
Yep.
he is going to rage with the primal power of the wolf this time. His first time doing that.
Yep.
So, while rage is active, allies have advantage on attack rolls against any enemy of yours within 5 feet of you. And he is going to move back by Biggs, and he's going to throw 2 javelins.
Nice.
Actually, sorry, he started here. Let me measure this out. He's got 35.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to play this differently. He's going to get right in the thick of it right away here.
Mhm.
And he's going to take 2 slashing attacks with his claw.
Cool.
That is a 26 and a 14 to hit.
The 26 will hit, 14 misses.
Okay. That is 7 points of damage plus, what does rage do for me? It's
2 or 3 for rage?
plus 2.
I think
Trying
3
to
is
find
11.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's 2. So that's a total of 9 points of slashing damage.
Nice.
And he's going to yell at Tyler. And that's his turn.
Nice. All right. Second Umber Hulk. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. He can get to here. But thankfully he's got a 10-foot reach. He's making a rend attack at Biggs. 20 to hit Biggs?
Yeah, hits.
Cool. Ooh, minimal damage, 7 slashing damage.
Cool.
Second attack on Biggs, that's a nat 1
I barely misses.
for a 9. Third attack on Biggs, 17?
Does not hit.
Ooh, nice.
Nice.
Can I have wisdom saves from Doran, Tooth, Wedge, and Biggs?
Can I be affected if I'm already under the confusion?
Ooh.
Because usually you can't be affected by the same spell twice, but I know that's not a
Doesn't
spell.
say so. Confusing gaze. Each creature within a 30-foot cone. On a failure, the target can't take reactions until the start of the Umber Hulk's next turn, and the target rolls a d8 to determine what happens.
It's up to you.
I'll say you're already under the effect, so no, you're fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I can't be under both on my next turn if I fail again.
True.
Is the D8 like a table of
Yeah.
random stuff that happens?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Bonus action
Okay.
for the Umber Hulk.
Yeah, he failed. 10.
Dirty 20.
Okay, you're fine. So, Tooth, roll me a d8.
Three.
Okay, your next turn, you don't do anything.
Oh, should have
Yep.
rolled that. Should have used my inspiration. All right.
Doran's up.
Well. Oh no.
You're within.
He's gonna
5
hit. He's
feet,
gonna hit
so
again.
You do have advantage.
That's an 11.
11 will miss. These guys are beefy.
I get to attack twice with short swords, so that's a 17 on the second attack.
17 misses, sir. You're one off. Yep.
Oh no.
Natural armor.
Let's see. Bonus action, disengage, and retreat.
Nice. Alright. Biggs.
Oh yeah, I'm Biggs. So yeah, first and foremost, Biggs is going to enlarge. So if you'll make me large, please.
Sure can.
Boom. What's up, bruh? Get after it. And I am going to swing on him. I'm going to do 3 attacks on him.
Nice.
So that's a 10 that's going to miss.
Yep. Gotta hit 18.
That's a nat 20.
Nice.
And that is a 21.
Cool.
So, and so we're doing max plus rolled.
Yep.
For the nat 20.
Different.
Okay, so that's 20 plus 8 plus 4. That's 32 points of damage for the first hit, and the second hit is another 8. So that's
Did you make sure that the
40.
bullet-
So that's 40 bludgeoning damage, and then 12 psychic damage. So that's 52 damage in total.
Fucking Wedge.
Good lord.
Sorry, Biggs. My God. You see Wedge, Biggs, just kind of look at this thing going, it's been a while, but I know what I'm doing. I know where to hit. I've learned. And you just see this thing start crushing this Umber Hulk to death. You put him past bloody, sir.
Like, That's my turn. That's my
great.
that's my bonus action.
I didn't realize
So-
how much damage those guys do. That's fun. Perfect. Wedge. I don't think you can do anything.
You got this. This seems
Perfect.
fine.
Good
Good job, Biggs.
The other Umber Hulk is going to crawl into the water at half movement and come up around the corner here and swing at Tooth again with 3 rend attacks. Well, an 11's going to miss you. An 11's going to miss you. But a 19 should hit you.
Does.
For 16 slashing, sir.
16 slashing.
But at least it'll keep your rage up.
It'll keep
So-
my rage up. That's actually what I was
Yep.
really hoping for there.
So reduce to half.
All right. So 8. Good deal.
I gotta roll to see if it gets its bonus action back. It gets its bonus action back. I need Tooth and Wedge to give me, yeah, Wedge is already confused, so I need Tooth to give me another wisdom save, please.
I'm confused. Or I'm about to miss my next
Oh,
turn. Does
sorry,
that count?
you Tooth and Wedge are already confused, so never mind.
Well, am I still confused? My two
I think
turns
Wedge
passed,
might
but the can't use reactions
that's-
part of it lasts until when?
1 sec. The target can't take reactions until the start of the Umber Hulk's next turn.
Yeah, I'm not confused anymore then.
You're not confused anymore, so I do
No,
need
my
another
turn
wisdom
passed.
save.
Okay.
Yep.
I got this, you guys. Everything's
got
going
this.
great.
Yeah.
You're doing great, sweetie.
That's the one
It's another
problem.
11.
Okay, D8, please.
Never play a Drugar.
I would never.
On a good note, I didn't get the.
It's another
confusing-
one. You're doing
Okay,
great.
can't
I just
do
go back to
anything.
fishing.
Yeah.
I'm fishing now.
Uh,
It's not on the list, but I'm still doing it.
Yeah. Tooth, you also notice that your rod definitely has a bite, and they're all just going, "You can
Oh,
get it.
I'll
Grab
get
the
it.
fish. This is more
It's
important.
okay.
Fishing's more important." We
I'll get
got
the fish. Yeah. Let's
Gar.
go fishing.
No way.
this. Gar's turn. Or does Gar get a turn? I can't remember. I think he does. Yeah, he's fine.
I wasn't. He wasn't in the.
Nope, he's good. Yep, good.
Move forward 5 feet. Attack twice.
Yep. And you have advantage because you're flanking.
Didn't help. 15, which
Nope.
won't hit.
No, these guys are tough. Not a lot of health, but hard to hit.
24.
Well, 24 over. Yep.
Uh, 13 damage.
13, nice. And that's 2 red one. Ooh.
Yep.
You'd be able to tell that that one is starting to look little hurt. Anything else for Gar?
No, I think he'd stay there.
Tooth, you are doing nothing this round.
I'm doing nothing. I have something just for flavor if
Okay.
you want it, if you don't mind.
I'm okay.
So,
with it.
because you had Biggs presumably yell out like, take care of that fish. It's more
Yep.
important. I think in his confusion, if it's
Yep.
close by, they'll try to pull that line out of the water.
Okay. Yeah, you definitely, there'd be like a couple rods on the ground because I think Doran was up there. So yeah, you grab Doran's rod and just give me a straight dexterity check.
A 3, no, a 5.
Whatever you try, you like go to jerk it, but maybe the Umber Hulk trips you and the rod goes in the water along with the fish.
About right.
Damn it, Tooth!
About right.
It's
Well,
okay, we got more.
I was technically helping with my not action turn, right?
True. Give me a dexterity check to see if you can catch the rod. Fishing's more important to these guys. This is their time off.
11.
No, rod goes in the water.
Oh, we'll get that. We'll get that
At
later.
least as it wasn't a nat 1 and you didn't go with it in full plate mail.
Last question for you is it that I skip my turn or that I skip my action? Because if it's the latter, I use action.
The target does nothing, so that would skip your turn pretty much. Yep.
That's fine. All right,
Okay.
we'll do. Yep. That's it.
All right. Red one got hurt by Biggs, so it has taken its toll on Biggs. 21 to hit.
Hits.
12 slashing.
Okay.
Ooh, a 27 will definitely hit.
Yep.
For 9 slashing.
Okay.
11 will miss.
Yep.
Perfect. I did not get my bonus action back. So that's its turn.
Good.
Doran. I rolled a 1. To recharge 5 or 6, but I got a 1.
He's gonna fire on the blue one.
Okay. Blue one's taking a little bit of damage, but not much. I gotta roll to see if it gets it back.
That's 12
12
point of piercing damage
Oh, okay. You hit.
to
Okay.
Yeah. And that's his turn. Oh, he might move back a step.
Okay. Since Doran's back there, give me another. Give me a perception roll, please.
Natural 20.
You hear screaming in the distance. And definitely the sounds of maybe another one that just tore the Duergar in half behind you.
Oh, fun. I do.
Cart operator.
Yep, cart operator's dead.
Come on, Biggs.
Okay,
The
for
only
me,
person taking
I am going to do the same thing, and he's flanked. He's flanked now,
Yep.
right? So, advantage. So that is going to be a 18 to hit
18
on the first
just
one.
hits.
Okay, I'm gonna do the damage for each one of these individually, since he's already bloodied. So 2d10 plus 4. That's going to be 20 points of damage plus another 5, so 25 points of damage on the first hit. The second hit is a 26 to hit.
Mm-hmm. It's got 1
That's
health.
going
How
to
do you
be-
do this, sir?
Oh, I mean, I'm gonna smash it like the bug it is,
Nice.
right underfoot, and I've still got another attack. Oh, and you're totally within range of me, buddy. What's up, bro? Boom, and we're not gonna count. I'm not gonna count that as a flank.
Okay.
Oh. Hey, not 20. So I'm on fire today. I feel like Saint. So 20.
I froze twice.
I know, but usually you're rolling that 20.
You're saying for Sabryn, but apparently not for Witch.
No.
28 plus 4, that's 32. Plus the psychic damage, 1d10.
Realize how tough these guys are on nat 20s. That's ridiculous.
Are we max? Are we doing max plus a roll for psychic damage or no?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's max
So-
all your stuff.
So then that's another 12 points of damage.
Okay.
So
So-
if they're enlarged, they get to double their damage.
Yes.
That's why it's so much on a crit. It's essentially
Oh.
quad damage.
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't actually roll them. I just was looking for a tough Durgar, and I went,
Yeah.
Warlord? Yeah, that fits Biggs and Wedge.
So what? That was what? 45 points of damage or something?
Oh,
I didn't do the
okay.
math.
That's fine.
It was a lot.
Yeah, I got it down here. We're good.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else for Biggs?
Mm. No, I had a reaction I could have used for y'all, but I didn't think about it. Sorry.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Witch!
Huh?
Just keep fishing.
I'm
just keep
fishing.
fishing.
Okay,
Just
beautiful.
keep fishing.
I go pick up that rod from the water.
Yeah.
Splish
Okay.
splash. See if the fish is still on it. It's not.
Okay. Well, it's already in the middle of hitting Tooth, but Biggs came in all big and swole. So it's going to do its first attack on Tooth, which is a nat 20, sir.
Oh, fuck.
Sorry.
So that's going to be 39 points of slashing.
Ouch.
Okay. 20 for me, enraged.
Okay. It's going to take the next two on Biggs. 29 to hit Biggs. Sorry,
It hits.
20, 28, 27 to hit Biggs.
Oh, I mean, if it's a 27, yeah.
Yeah.
That hits.
For 16 slashing. Almost full
Okay.
max on that one. Next hit. Ooh, that's another nat 20 on Biggs.
Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. Biggs might be done.
Biggs might die.
32 points of slashing.
Biggs is down. I had 31 hit points.
Okay. Did I get... Oh no, I already rolled. It did not get its bonus action back, thankfully.
Yay!
But from behind you guys, because it rolled also a 20 for its initiative, you do see the one that killed the one in the back join the fight.
No.
Goodbye, Tooth.
And it's got a 20. And I'll put a different color marker. Let's go green on him.
Gross, excuse me.
So that was Blue's turn, Green's turn, 5, 10, 15. I can do 3 attacks on Doran. This thing you'd be able to tell is covered in blood.
Oh, wait.
That's another nat 20. Sorry, Doran.
Ooh.
31 points of damage on Doran. No, sorry, 21 points of damage on Doran. Because I didn't roll great.
21.
21.
That's exactly his current HP.
Okay. Second attack is going to put him 2 death saves down. It's going to... it has 10-foot reach, so it's going to stand over top of its body and use its third attack on Gar. That'll be a 25 to hit for 12 slashing damage on Gar.
That definitely hits.
And I need Doran. Actually, it doesn't really matter for Doran. I need Gar, Biggs, Wedge, and Tooth to give me wisdom saves, please.
There's no way I'm in 30 feet.
30-foot cone?
I probably am. I just don't wanna.
I can bring it up.
Just inside, son of a bitch.
Oh my god. I'm barely inside that cone.
Yeah.
16?
16 passes, you're good.
17.
17 passes, you're good.
Used to be confused again.
Oh my god. Okay, it's a 4. I'm using my inspiration to roll it again.
Okay.
I can't have
Buddy.
again. I'm gonna die. Oh, 15.
15 saves, it was a DC
Okay.
14.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
The
There
best
you go.
inspiration I've ever spent.
Absolutely. Gar
Jesus.
is Gar's turn.
Well, that's not good. Let me double check what it can do.
These are one of Belvin's
Browser's refusing to
features use.
cooperate.
This is also the 2024 Umber Hulk that I'm using. Not much change.
Are you seeing? Yeah, is there much different?
A little bit. This
So-
one's a little harder.
Hmm.
And instead of having claw and mandible attacks, it's just a rend attack.
Okay.
For 2d6 plus 5 slashing per.
Within 5 feet.
Okay. I do get an attack of opportunity because you did run away.
In which case, I should just use my bonus action disengage.
I missed anyway, so
Because I forgot that.
13, I don't think
Oh,
it's
well.
them.
Which one were you attacking? Sorry.
Gar. I
Gar.
think, yeah, he's got.
Exactly, yes.
I think you guys have a 15.
Gar was
AC on him.
attacking blue or
No.
green?
He ran away from green and he got a attack of opportunity on.
Okay.
Yes. The AC is 15.
Yeah, okay.
I think sort of bonus action, try and hide behind Biggs.
Okay.
Biggs' unconscious body.
The hide's like 20 something. 24, I think.
Yeah, you're fine. This thing does have 60-foot tremor sense, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, 8. 8
Just
to
don't
hit.
shake.
Doesn't hit.
On blue?
On green.
Green.
Oh, on green, sorry.
And that's his turn.
On the noon. Okay. Tooth.
Alright, I finally have a turn.
You're yourself again, sir. But your rage, I don't
So,
think dropped, so that's a good thing.
I still have the rage up. So we're going to do a couple things. We're going to do the first action, because I'm going to action surge, but the first action is going to be utilize action on Biggs. I'm going to use Battle Medic that I have. Expend one of your one use of a healer's kit to tend to a creature within 5 feet of yourself. This creature can expend one of its HP dice.
Yep.
And you then roll that die. The creature regains a number of HP equal to the roll plus 4.
Nice.
So, what are the hit die for these things? Or do we have an approximate?
It's a D8
D8?
Yeah.
for Biggs.
D8? Alright.
Do you have to roll a medicine check first or no?
Unless that's in the specifics of the healer's kit.
Usually you have to do a medicine roll, I thought.
No, the healer's kit lets you expend a
Oh,
use
yeah,
of it
that's
and
right.
not
That's
make a
right. That's
medicine
what it is.
check.
That's
That's
what
the
it
whole
is.
point of the
Yes.
healer's kit.
Yeah.
You're good then.
So, unfortunately, I just rolled a 2, so it's going to be 2 plus 4, 6. 6 HP for Biggs. The Biggs should be back up.
Man, I'm going to assume I'm small again, by the way.
Yep.
And then, is it a bonus action to administer a potion to someone else, or that would be a full action?
Bonus action, you roll for what you do. Full action, they get max healing. So you can still use a bonus action. They just have to roll the dice for it. Yep.
Okay, Two's going to try to capture all this thing's attention. He's going to action surge.
Nice.
And he's going to do 2 attacks with his claw.
Nice. Blue's looking hurt.
That's a nat 19. That's nat 19.
Nice.
And then that is an 18 to hit.
18 just hits, yeah.
Okay.
So a nat
So-
20 plus an 18 because you have the brutal
Yep.
class. So yeah, that's fun.
Yep. So rolling on the 18 first, that's
Yep.
going to be 9 plus 7 plus 2. So that's going to be 18 damage on the non-crit.
Okay.
And the crit is going to be max, which is 17 plus 2, so 19, and then I roll one more time.
Okay. Your second attack kills it. So how do you want to do this?
Nice.
Oh, Tooth has been unable to move. Is really mad. So he
Lost a fishing rod.
Yeah, he lost the fishing rod, so he's gonna with the claw. He's swipes at the legs and brings it down, and then does I don't know how big it is, but a jump up to try to get the neck.
Perfect. Yeah, you using your lovely claw Xerxes, just take the head off this lovely Umber Hulk, and it falls to the floor, right in front of Biggs.
Telling what he does.
Nice. Doran. Unless
Wait,
Tooth wants to move.
Tooth, can you move? Yeah.
Yeah. 'Cause
Yeah.
technically
So
you have one more attack. Because your second attack killed it, so you can still move and attack one more time.
oh, okay, gotcha. So
He has 3 attacks.
Tooth's definitely gonna do that.
He actions.
I have 2 attacks.
That's
He still gets both.
So
attacks
I
on
used-
the action surge.
yeah, but he used his action to do the medic kit, so his
Oh.
action surge is his 2 attacks.
Right.
Yeah, so I have 2 total.
Never mind. Thank you.
And Tooth is going to move. Wait, I have 30. Yeah, 35. I'm good. If it can hit me with the cone, I can get there. I'm going to move here, and now everybody has advantage on this thing,
Absolutely.
except for me.
Is 2 death saves down. I need a death save for Doran,
Right.
please.
Yeah.
Saves.
Yep, just a d20.
Do you? In which case, that's 9.
Doran's dead.
Dead Doran, R.I.P.
Yeah, it's a Doran now.
I could have given him a potion, but I wanted to keep it.
Biggs!
Yeah, okay.
You're brought back up.
Okay. Yeah, Biggs is gonna stay away from this thing, but he can throw things because they got javelins.
Mm-hmm.
So, ba-ba-ba-ba, ba-ba-da-da-da. Where are you, javelin? There you are. So, then, yeah, that's not gonna hit. That's a 21 to hit.
21 hit.
Yeah. That's not going to hit.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, this one hasn't been hit yet.
That's going to be 7 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
1 out of 3 hits. And yeah, I'm not getting any closer than that. It says he can make 3 javelin attacks. I'm going to say he just had 3 javelins.
Okay, that's all they have. Yep.
So.
Witch!
Yay! I'm gonna enlarge.
Okay.
That's my bonus action.
Ah.
Don't step on me.
You're kind of rocking the way. You'd have to move to at least here.
But I can't hit from there?
Not
Oh, well,
from there.
can I hit from here?
Yeah, you'd be able to just squeeze near Tooth. Yep.
Sorry. Just step over Tooth. I'm gonna hit him 3 times. With advantage.
Ah!
Alright, let's see. Come on.
Damn.
That's my to hit bonus.
See if it gets its. Oh. Does not get its confusing right back. Damn.
Yeah, 7. Yeah, that definitely hits. That's a natural 19 to hit.
Yep. Nice.
Plus 7. So the first one hits. Second one is a nat 20. Let's go.
Ooh.
Third one.
Finish this.
Third one is 21.
20 will hit.
So I will hit with all 3.
Nice.
Is there any difference between the bludgeoning and psychic? Do you need them separately?
No, that's fine. This doesn't have any resistances to fuck all.
Okie dokie. So first hit is going to be 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 17, 18, 16 damage.
Okay.
Third hit is going to be 13 damage.
Okay.
And then the crit is going to be minimum 34. Wait, 34 plus 49 damage on the third one.
It's still barely up.
Mm.
You start hammering this thing, and you just see chunks of
Literally,
the chitin
yeah.
armor just literally start coming off. This
That was
thing's
like
down.
80 damage.
Pardon, sorry?
That was like almost 80 damage total, right?
Yeah.
That was
Yep.
Yeah.
You did 76 points of damage.
Yeah.
Sorry, no, 78 points of damage, because it had 88, now it's down to 10.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it gets a turn. And it's going to use 3 turns on Tooth.
I just hit it for so much damage.
I know, but Tooth was there first. That's okay, the first one misses. The second one will hit for a 20. The third one will hit for a 21.
Even hit me.
damage.
22 slashing total, reduced down to 11. Didn't roll that great. And it did not get its confusing gaze back.
Yay!
Gar! You just seen your buddy Doran die. Do we have a Gar? I know your internet's been a little weird.
Gar is speechless.
Dog and dog.
You hear me now?
There you go. Yep, you're good.
Weird. Well, Gar would enlarge, but there's not enough room to.
Gar can enlarge.
Can he get by it?
You can still enlarge.
Yes, but he can't get 2. He can't get 2.
No.
I don't know if you even can get line of sight.
You got a couple
They should've,
people in your way. It'd be a little
like,
hard.
Like try and wedge himself in that gap.
I'd say at disadvantage from there, though. Yeah.
Nat 1 hits Tooth, though.
So that makes it a straight roll since allies within. Oh, wait, no, that's for. Never mind. 19 to hit.
19 will hit.
Bring it down.
No sneak attack since disadvantage. So that's 9 points of damage.
Oh, it's got one left. Oh, you almost avenged Doran. But that's okay. Tooth will do it. Tooth!
Tooth is.
Want to just punch it or tear it in half with your hands?
Yeah, Tooth is. Is it very, very clearly on its last leg?
It's got 1 health, so just tell me how you kill it. You don't even need to roll.
Yeah. Tooth is throwing down his claw, and he's jumping up, and he's hitting it repeatedly in the face.
Nice. Love it. Alright.
And as it falls back, he's still punching on the way down.
That's fun. Alright.
Wedge will just hit it over you as you are hitting it as well.
Yeah.
You will notice, as soon as you, punch this thing and keep punching, it does land on top of Doran and squishes him even more. Can I have perception rolls from those that are still alive, please?
Is it visual?
Audible. You hear more tunneling coming from this area.
19 actually,
Right.
which is crazy good
10.
for them.
16.
Gosh, 23.
Okay. You guys hear something large. This is a deep, dark rumble, and you just hear Biggs and Wedge go,
Run!
right. Let's bottleneck this fucker. And out from the tunnels comes what you guys have seen before. Tooth, you've seen one before. Is a Cuthric Hive Lord tunnels out from here. Finally answering the call. I rolled to see how many turns it was going to be, and I hit 6 on the d6.
Mm.
And you just see Biggs and Wedge just look at it and go, really? Come on, man.
I've still got
Crathune,
50
you're-
seconds on this enlarge.
Crathune, perfect timing. Ugh. Why are you so late? Usually you show up quick. You just see the Cuthric Hive Lord just like almost hang like its mandible in shame and just kind of like looks around at the Umbra Hulks and kind of gives it a little click, and they just, you see Biggs and Wedge look at it and go, yes, just drag them out, stick them somewhere, we'll harvest them later. We have a funeral to do and then some more fishing.
God, I
Gar's
thought we
just
were about
gonna
to fight.
Gar's gonna just like go over to Doran and go, damn, at least he died doing what he loved. Well, shit. Well, knowing Doran, he'd probably tell us to go back fishing and deal with him later.
Really?
You okay, Tooth?
Tooth is not quite bloodied, but he's like,
Let's just have a quick rinse in the salt water. I'll clean off most of it. It'll hurt a little, but...
Can I like move the body because I'm still large and
Yep.
like look for that potion that I know Doran usually has and see if
By
it's
all
been
means.
squished?
Yeah, it'd still be there. You're fine. Yep.
Alright, I'll grab it and I'll toss it to Tooth because I didn't get hit at all, so I'll give
No.
it to him.
Okay.
cool, thank you.
It's what he would have wanted. Just toss it to
Yeah.
Tooth.
Well, shit, guys. That was, not the entertainment that I thought we were gonna be, but... Training
Gar,
kicked
if you
in.
want to take some time,
No, I
Dude.
got 2.5 days. I'll mourn after. And plus, I don't want to talk to his wife. She's a mean bitch, and she's not going to be happy.
well, he's going to turn around to Wedge and say, thanks for the backup there, buddy. Biggs,
Yeah, you did good.
you came in big. You both came in big.
We haven't done that in a long time. It's usually just we learned how to do that to deal with the deep rothies because they're quite massive for Durgar. We're short and stocky, but they can toss us around pretty good. So we learned how to counter that. Well, shit, Doran, I didn't really know him that well, but yeah, we'll deal with that later. We're here to fish.
Seemed like a good fella.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
How often are these attacks happening?
We honestly didn't know these Umbra Hulks were still here. We were told that they annihilated most of them years ago when they first built this place, so they must have survived somehow. So we're gonna have to put out some few more reports. And he's just gonna look over, look at Cthulhu and go, send out a few scouts for us. Let's see how many more are here. You're just gonna see the Hive Lord like give a little nod, start tapping on a wall, and eventually a couple more smaller ones tunnel in. Almost as if like the Durgar are able to talk to these things. And yeah, after a fun-filled battle, you see the Cuthric Hive Lord pretty much start expertly carving these things apart, putting meat in one area, the chitin armor in one area to be used for something else, and eventually more Duragar and Deep Gnomes and the odd Drow come down and just start like carting them out through the system, and they do find the remains of the other dead Duragar back there too. But they pretty much want to go back fishing if you want to still continue to fish for the remainder of the evening.
Hold on, maybe Tooth knows Revivify. Give me a second. Let me look into spells. No.
No, you don't.
Oh, honey. No.
Love it.
Yes. Speak with animals.
Yeah, you'd be able
He
to talk to
opens
the
a notebook, and it's his
You-
spell book. There's only
You do
one
have
spell
Speak
in
with
it.
the Dead.
You do
You
speak
do
with
have
the dead.
Speak with the Dead. So technically,
do have
you
Speak
could ask him what he wants to tell his wife.
Pretty much crushed, but we'll say his skull's intact and not
I
decapitated.
guarantee you, he'd call her a bitch and die. There's no chance it's anything else.
No. If you
Do
feel
you want
like
to tell
it,
your
though,
wife anything? Tell her she's a bitch.
the very first thing that he would say is, "Did you catch anything?" How's the fish? How's the fish?
Yeah. So Tooth is gonna tell Gar that shows that the crystal has this capability, and
Oh, well,
if
look, just
yeah.
prop him up on a wall. He can sit and watch us fish. He'd love that.
Yeah, I think actually it's
stick
Ryan.
rather what remains of his hands.
Stick a finger in his hand. We'll be fine. As long as we
Are we
don't
doing
ask
that?
him anything. Yeah.
What do you think of this catch?
Eventually,
That was our last question. God damn it.
the other folks in my party mentions we got to ask something if we're going to let their soul rest eventually. Otherwise,
yeah, that's fine. We can ask him questions later. Let's let him enjoy what he came here for.
All right.
Why not?
Well, yeah, I can do animals, plants, and the dud now. So let's
Interesting.
here we go.
That's wow. Okay. So you've talked to your deep Rothy then. How's he doing?
He's good. I haven't checked in about. I was actually going to ask you if now that we're here, if you think he'd be happier here, or if I should leave it up to him.
Well, if you have the capability of talking to him, let him decide.
I can ask him, but we've got some bond, and you know Deep Rothy well, and I just want to make sure he wouldn't lie to me. He's all right.
No, they bond quite easily with people, so they're usually straightforward. But he's old.
All right, well, let's get him a beer, I guess.
You prop Doran up against the wall, stick a beer and another fishing rod in his hand, and have a fun time.
Straight up weekend at Bernie's.
Yep, pretty much.
I think outside of the one roll during combat, I don't think Tooth rolled for his own fishing.
There's lots in here, so I would say over the remainder of the evening you at least catch a couple, but I will take a performance roll from you to see how well you do. With advantage, because you technically have done this a few times before.
I'll do one for the wedge.
Yeah, if you guys want to give me performance rolls to see how well you do.
With advantage, 10.
Okay. Yeah, as long as you're 10's enough to say you're not going to catch a lot. You're going to catch some. They're not going to be the best, but enough to do something with. Yeah.
16.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, Biggs and Wedge, they seem to be a little bit better at this.
Yeah, Tooth's gonna look back at Doran propped up against the wall and look at the Cuthricks carving everything up and say, well, you Durgar sure do live an interesting life here.
Sunday. You never know what's going to happen when you don't live topside. Every day is different. That's why you have to enjoy the little things.
Guess so.
Yeah. Perfect. Well,
Enjoy the little things.
I think that's a great place to end tonight.
Oh, poor Doran. He almost made it.
Yeah,
R.I.P.,
almost
bro.
made it.
Almost
Yep.
there.
I wasn't too sure how 3 of them would do, but I didn't realize how well critting you guys rolled. I think there was 6 or 7 crits between all of us for that combat, so that was a lot of crits. I didn't realize how much damage those guys do because I didn't really look at their stats. I just went, yeah, 20 AC. They got lots of health. It's good enough for Big's Wedge. It's like I'll give you a couple little
Damn.
guys to go with it. Fun.